Welcome, race fans. We are back this week for the NORC NASCAR Series here on iRacing, and thank you all for joining us. We appreciate that. We got quite a few people out there. Holm, Noah, Zachary, Jaguar, Bud Soda, Harry Dude. Man, we got a bunch of them already in chat there. So welcome, and this is a very exciting night for these drivers right here. This is the last race of the Chase of 8. Before next week, it's only going to be 4 drivers eligible for the championship next week at Homestead. So tonight is going to be very important for 4 drivers to really get themselves up there. So let's take a look at who the 8 drivers are coming into tonight. That is Femi Olat. He is already locked into the next round, so only 3 more drivers will make it in. Jared Darling moved up to second there. Daniel Falkingham, 2 points behind him. Shawn Williams, 7 points behind. John Berry, 8 points behind in fifth. In fifth. Aaron Smith, 6th, 13 points back. Nick Mullinex in 7th, 48 back. And Spencer Owens in 8th, 73 points back. So those John Berry, Aaron Smith, Nick Mullinex, and Spencer Owens, a win would be great for them. Lock them into next week's final. But Spencer Owens, him or Nick either need a win or they're going to be out. So that's pretty much a given right there. They need to be locked in. Because mathematically, points-wise, they couldn't make it in on points. They would have to have a win. So it's going to be interesting to see how these guys can do that. Oh, man, I can't believe I did that. Whoops. Sorry about that. But anyhow, let's take a look at the weather next here and see what's going on with the weather. I know they were saying very hot, slick conditions out there on the track tonight. When they joined, it was 120-degree track temperature. It has dropped a little here, 118, but 130 laps are done here tonight on a 1.54-mile track. That's 200 miles. Tire window, about 40 to 50 laps. Pit window, 40 to 48 laps, and pit road speed, 50 mile an hour. So, pretty hot, slick conditions out there. Joseph will be along here with us in just a minute. He messaged me and said he was on the phone, so he'll be with us here in just a minute. So who's ready to see who's going to be the top 4 going into next week? We're going to try to hang out after the race and talk to John and see if he gets the points done to see who's going to be the top 4 going into next week. So we'll see how things iron out at the end of the race here, see where everybody's going to land and who's going to be that top 4. That's going to be interesting. Well, you can tune in later tonight, folks, for the RFC Truck Series. And coming up tomorrow night, we've got actually more than what I can list there, but I think we got 3 or 4 races up here on MaxSpeedTV. But the Salt Flat Racing IROC Series and the Laura Cup Series. So both of those are going to be very, very interesting races tomorrow night for those guys too. So, and I think we even got a couple other ones up there too. So, but you can tune in for every night for racing here on MaxSpeedTV because boy, we put on some of the greatest leagues out there and try to give you a pretty mixed variety of different car track combinations. So I mean, it depends on what the leagues are running, and you can pick your what you like the best and go watch that. So. All right, we've got about a little over 4.5 minutes left in practice here. Folks, don't forget to give us a thumbs up on that video and subscribe if it's your first time here. And you can check out our full broadcast schedule at MaxSpeedTV.com. And also follow us on Facebook for any news related to iRacing here, or racing in particular. And on Facebook at facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV. Thank you, Holm. I appreciate that very much. I know I get a little tongue-tied sometimes. It gets, I try to say too much, you know, and in a short, it's like my mouth's not working as fast as my brain is, if that makes any sense. So I try to say too much, so I get a little tongue-tied there. I apologize for that. But heads up here for you guys, Ben Nelson is back here tonight, and right now is at the top of the leaderboard. Look at that. Nice lap. A 31.7. He does have the peak race tonight, which I believe he said they're at Talladega. And if he gets done here, he'll be able to go race in that. And if they don't finish here, he'll have to leave early. He's done that before. He had to leave early to because they had a couple extra cautions and it took up a lot of the time. So, all right, well, we're going to step away and play the national anthem, folks. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, folks. They are out here turning qualifying times as we speak. Nobody's laid down a time yet. There we go. And again, Scott Rambler, he was fastest in practice, and he just laid down a really good. Oh wow, Ben Nelson wrecked. Whoa. He'll be going back out for another lap.
I just noticed these guys are group qualifying.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wonder if that was by accident or.
If it was by accident, like, whoops.
Well, go ahead.
No, you can go ahead. I wasn't going to say anything important.
Well, I was just going to mention, some of the people that are just tuning in here. This is the last race. Next week, it's only 4 drivers will be eligible for that championship race next week at Homestead. So 8 drivers eligible tonight: Arfemi Olat, Jared Darling, Daniel Falkingham, Shawn Williams, John Barry, Aaron Smith, Nick Mucinex, and Spencer Owens. But Nick Mucinex and Spencer Owens, the only way right now mathematically that they would make it in is if one of them got a win.
Yep, that's all they can do is win. And I know Spencer Owens got a win earlier this year, but he can possibly do it again. And yeah, Nick Mucinex, he needs to win tonight too. But yeah, Femi Olat, the only one locked into the championship force, so he doesn't have to worry about tonight. But what other 3 drivers is going to fill in those 4 spots? We're about to find out.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. I kind of got my ideas who the top 4 are going to be, but I don't know. It all depends.
And of course, this track is also good if we get into a long green flag run towards the end. What about fuel mileage? Different pit strategy. You got it. I guarantee you, some of those drivers that needs to get a win tonight is going to try gambling a little bit tonight. So we'll see how that goes. But should be a good race regardless. I mean, you talked about the track temperature earlier. Right now it's at 117 degrees. Going to be very slick. So it's going to be a fun race to watch tonight. Yeah.
Well, these guys always seem to overcome that, and that's kind of cool. They always seem to overcome the hot, slick temperatures. And that's what you got to do. You got to be versatile. You got to be able to, when you come in there, it's just like in real life, the drivers go to the tracks and they don't know. They have no idea what the track temperature is going to be until they get there, So, and then they work on setting up their cars, So it's all a matter of how you can be versatile and take whatever's thrown at you and deal with it, and it's just a matter of going to be braking points and throttle points. Oh, wait a minute. They don't have brakes on these. Sorry, I forgot. Kidding. I'm kidding. All right. So just a few seconds left here. It looks like Ben Nelson is going to hold on to the pole, Joseph.
Yeah, peak driver. I know he's got a peak race tonight at Talladega, but he wants to try to stick around, hopefully, to the end, since these North races are 15 minutes earlier now. Hopefully, he can finish off this entire race, depending on when the cautions fly, how many cautions we get. But, yeah, you're absolutely right. 31.65, just a tenth over ahead of Jared Darling, so that's a fast lap.
Sure is. When it really going to be looking for that win tonight to lock himself in is going to be Daniel Falkingham. He has not had a win this season, and man,
and that is just surprising to me. Still.
I know.
I mean, he's came close so many times, and I know he's capable of it. And last week, man, we thought it was going to be one of his best chances, and he just did not have a good race at all last week. He ended up 8th or 9th. I mean, just fell apart, so it was quite shocking to see from him.
But a surprise to me would be if Jared Darling, now if he grabbed the win here tonight, that would be pretty cool, and or John Barry.
Well, again, the win definitely will automatically get you into the championship 4, but the question is, who's going to be, we already know one is moving on, who's going to be the other 3 to fill in those 4 spots? We're about to find out after 30 laps, I'm sorry.
All right, starting on the pole, Ben Nelson, one of the peak drivers in here. He'll be taking the pole with a 31.655. Congratulations to Ben, and good to see him back racing with the guys. Jared Darling will start on the outside of the front row there in second. In row 2, chase driver Daniel Falkingham will start third. Scott Ramler fourth. In row 3, chase driver John Barry. In fifth, Cody Miller starting sixth. In row 4, Elijah Gracia seventh. Tom Mercier 8th. In row 5, Keaton Jones 9th, and Ariotti rounds out the top 10. Joseph?
Yeah, we got James Simmons in 11th, and Bobby Cheney will start 12th. In row number 7, we have Shawn Williams and Terrell Baker. Those are the last qualifiers. 14 drivers took time. And then starting 15th is Andrew Fayash. Fairnair. Well, I don't know why I say and then Jose Solis, Will Klein will start 16th. Wow, my thing's messed up.
Yeah.
Who's 16th?
I had Solis. And then Aaron Smith 17th.
Okay, I got you. I got it right now. Yeah, Jose Solis 16th. Aaron Smith 17th. Femi Olad says 18th for me. Yep. Will Klein 19th, and Zoltan Herzog will round up the top 20. And then, of course, Spencer Owens and Cody Lamas will be in the last row for tonight's race. So 22 entries tonight.
Very good, very good. Well, I'm anxious to see how Ben is going to do. I know he is really hoping that this thing stays green for some good long green flag runs, and they get this race done before he's got to leave to go race in the peak tonight. They're racing at Talladega, he said. So he's already counting that as a win, he said.
Well, most of the peak drivers did like some practice races the other night, and I watched some of that, and oh man, they look intense. So it might be an intense race out there tonight. Sure. But first, gotta get through this one.
Yep.
130 laps at the mile-and-a-half hot Atlanta racetrack, and very hot racetrack tonight too.
Yeah. Femi's he's locked into the next round. Dirt. Yeah, he's locked in. He won there. Was it last week? He won? No.
Yeah, he won last week.
Yeah, last week. Yeah, he won last week, so that locked him into the last round. So only 3 more drivers need to lock themselves into next week. And boy, out of the 7 drivers that are left, any one of them could be in this. I'm telling you. All right, here we go. Pace car heads to pit road.
Green, green, green.
And there's a green. We're underway here for the last round of 8 at the NORC NASCAR Series. Oh, Jared had a little bit of a run there on the outside, but that inside line prevailed.
Yeah, it looked like it stalled out a little bit, and somebody is dropping to the back already. Don't know who that is at the moment, but right now, Benjamin Nelson, clear path for the lead, and side by side for second with Daniel Falkingham and Jared Darling.
Yes, sir, both chase drivers. And another thing that, I actually kind of forgot about that. They do get chase points here, right?
Yeah, well, absolutely. Every point still counts, whether it's stage points and, of course, definitely bonus point for leading a lap. But I know those playoff drivers, those 7 other drivers, not including Femi Olai, really need some valuable points tonight if they're going to have another chance to compete for a championship when it comes down to it next week at Homestead.
Yes, sir. Well, I'll tell you, and look at this. Look at the chase drivers up in the front. 3 of them battling really hard here up front right now.
And you got to in this race,
Yep.
I mean, the what you saw in the other playoff race, like Darlington last week, Daytona a couple weeks ago, and the other playoff races, this is the race right here that could win you the championship next week at Homestead. If you win tonight and lock yourself into the championship 4, that could be the difference. Or get some more points tonight to make yourself into the championship 4. That could be the difference of you having a chance to win the championship or not next week.
Jared Darling just got one heck of a run off the high side there in turn 4 and almost beat Ben Nelson to the line. And boy, he could lock a point up a bonus point there for leading the lap if he can get by Ben Nelson. I don't know. Ben don't look like he's letting him go, but it kind of looks that way because
I don't know. Either that or Jared Darling's got a good truck. I mean, he's using that outside
Yeah,
lane and it's
he is.
working and following him. I think Daniel Falkingham is seeing that, so he's like, you know what? I'm going to follow his line. It
And
might
there
be
you
the
go.
advantage.
Yep, Jared Darling just grabbed a bonus point.
And I feel that outside lane is going to be the line tonight, for sure. If you can get it, first off, you got to get through the corners good. If you don't, your whole corner is screwed up. But I feel that outside lane, once a few laps come into play during the green flag, that outside lane is going to be the line. Look at Daniel Falkingham passing Benjamin Nelson on the outside. And look at Scott Ramler for third.
Yeah, he's seeing what's going on. These guys are doing that on the outside. I'm surprised Ben hasn't moved up to that high side.
I don't think he could get up there right now because he's got a truck above him, but for sure he would like to take advantage of that if he can get up there.
Yeah, because they keep passing him on the outside, and that's not something that, I mean, I know Ben's a better driver than that. He's, I know he wants to get up there. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if he tries to get in behind Scott Ramler here.
Oh, look at Daniel Falkingham taking a peek on that bottom lane on Jared Darling.
He says, all right, you led a lap, now let me get one. Well, both of them are battling. They're only two points separating those two right there for this battle. So both of them, bonus points are going to add up for both of them. And it looks like Falkingham got a good run.
Yeah, but Jared Darling ain't giving up. Scott Ramley did clear Benjamin Nelson for third, but yeah, still side by side for this race lead. Jared Darling ain't giving up, and yes, Daniel Falkingham does get that bonus point.
Yes, he does. Ramler clears Ben Nelson. Wow, for whatever reason, Jared just went way up the hill there in turn one, and I mean...
Well, that's what I said just a couple laps ago. If your entry is not good and your truck doesn't roll through the center, you're gonna go up the racetrack. You're gonna lose all that momentum. So he had to let Daniel Falkingham go. And look at this side-by-side bout for the fifth spot. Here comes Bobby Chaney. Bobby Chaney started 12th. He's already trying to crack the top 5.
It comes up on the inside of John Barry. John's one of the chase drivers, and John's on he's kind of like on a mission here. He's got to be locked in, at least try to be up there in the points, get as many points as he can. So right now, kind of taking it easy, I think, feeling out the track. And we'll keep an eye on John.
Well, while that's happening, Daniel Falkingham is trying to pull away from Jared Darling. 0.3 of a second at the line that time. Daniel Falkingham, I know he's hungry for a win. I know I say that every week, but it is still shocking to me that he's not got a win yet this season. He wants to get a win before this season's all said and done. He only has 2 more opportunities. Yep,
it's the truth. It is the truth. He's hungry for a win. And boy, what a better time for him to get a win than tonight, It would lock him in.
Absolutely. And here comes Benjamin Nelson getting a run on Scott Ramler. I think Benjamin Nelson, like I say, he got stuck in that bottom lane for a little while, dropped back to 4th, but either that or he was trying to save some stuff. But I think now he's trying to make something work now on that bottom lane. And that bottom lane might come in if more rubber gets put down on the racetrack. Sure. So we might see both lanes be used late in the run.
Right. Elijah Gracia, 7th place, right where he started. But look at this, Femi Olak coming from 18th to 8th again.
Yeah, of course. And Femi, you mentioned at the top of the show, he already got a win. He's locked into the championship 4, but he could steal that playoff. He could steal that win away from another playoff driver. So he's out there for a mission still, even though he's already locked into the championship 4. He's still on a mission to steal a win from another playoff driver tonight.
You betcha. That would make it the cheese even more binding. Yes, that would really make it interesting to see, because then it would come down to just sheer points, for the final 3 to lock in the next week.
Wow, I was just looking at Benjamin Nelson. He just passed both Jared Darling and Scott Rambler coming off four. He had a big run. He got him by both, and now it's a side bout for third with Jared Darling and Scott Rambler, and I think Scott Rambler is going to take it.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I think. Well, Jared got out there and was racing it up pretty hard, I think, at the beginning right there with Ben Nelson to try to get that bonus point, and he did it. But he may have abused his equipment a little bit. Now he's kind of backing down a little bit and saving what he's got left.
Boy, Rudy, look at this pack back there outside the top 10. They are 3 wide, almost 4 wide at times. They are really going at it back here.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, if you think all the battles is happy up front, you look towards the back of the pack, and it's crazy back there.
Well, I have always said the best racing's in the mid-pack. Always. I've always said that. Because those guys are battling to get up to the front, you know. The guys in the front are already there. They're not battling anybody, you know. Those guys in the back are trying to get to the top 10.
Bobby Chaney just went around Jared Darling for that 4th spot. Jared Darling falling back just a little bit. Led a few laps early on, but now dropped back to 5th. Either he already warmed up those tires pretty much, or that truck is not where it's at right now, or just trying to now, like, okay, you know, obviously something ain't working right now. I just got to take it easy right now. Try maybe get the field. Try maybe for late in the run, too.
Here comes Femi Olat taking a look on the inside of John Barry, and that would be for 6th place. And John don't seem like he's going to fight him too awful much. He knows how fast Femi can be.
I mean, when you have Femi Olat in your mirror, do you really want to fight him hard?
That's right. No, I don't.
Especially early on in the race. Maybe late in the race, I would. But for right now, not worth the chance.
No. And he does clear John. Okay. That was kind of, wasn't sure if he was going to come up in front of John there, but he was very respectful on that and gave him plenty of room. You know, he could have slid up in front of him and been right on him, you know, like that, but he didn't. Bobby Chaney now taking a look to the inside of Scott Rambler.
Bobby Chaney has been fast recently.
Yes, he
Actually,
has.
Those two drivers, Scott Rambler and Bobby Chaney, has been fast recently. I mean, obviously, we've seen Bobby Chaney get some podium finishes a couple of times, including a win at Daytona, and Scott Rambler with that big win at Indianapolis. Those two have turned up the heat lately, and if they run full-time next season and they keep up this momentum, they're going to be playoff drivers for sure, and maybe even contend for championships.
Oh, here comes Ben Nelson taking a look again. We caught that white line, though, in turn 2, and that kind of disrupted that truck, but he had a run on Daniel Falkingham. I'm surprised he hasn't tried the outside yet.
Well, I noticed, you see right there, too, it looks like Daniel Falkingham is running the bottom lane all the way through the corner, and then Benjamin Nelson goes up a lane, and that's helping Ben Nelson get that run off the corner, try to arc it going in, and try to swing it back down to the bottom. You see right here exactly what I'm talking about. He'll use that outside lane, and Daniel Falkingham is all the way to the bottom of the racetrack, the entire corner. Look at the run Benjamin Nelson gets.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, you know, like what we were talking about at the beginning there, it seems like the outside's going to be the line tonight because it is so hot and slick. We'll keep an eye on that, but here he looks again to the inside. But it's just so hard to get that run on the straightaway like that. Well, let's go back and check on, how about Will Klein? These guys still are bunched up back here. Andrew Farinair's, oh my gosh.
They're having some fun back there, that's for sure. And they're doing a good job. Whoa, somebody really loose back there. Couldn't tell who that was.
It was Jose Solis.
Well, good save for him.
No, Terrell Baker. That was TCB.
Oh, come on, TCB.
Yeah, wow.
We got battle for the lead. Here we go. Benjamin Nelson did finally get that run. He got that run down the back straightaway, got underneath Daniel Falkingham in the turn 3, and clears him on the front straightaway.
All right, so Ben Nelson back in the lead.
Man, look at them. Oh, somebody's in the wall.
Uh-oh.
That's Elijah Gracia?
Oh, and he left.
Is.
He left. He all that forward, but it wasn't quick enough. Oh.
Somebody else got a piece of it, too. I couldn't quite tell who it was. I believe that's Will Klein, too.
Well, let me try. I'll try to go back and catch it here. If we can catch it. But he tried to haul that forward, so it didn't bring the caution out, but it was too late. It already did. Let's see what happened here. Elijah on the high side. Oh, yep, he bounced into the wall. Oh, my gosh. Right across the nose of Will Klein. So it looks like him and Will Klein, they both took it behind the wall.
Yeah, Will Klein went spinning there. It looked like Elijah Gracia got sideways off the corner just a little bit, and he overcorrected just a tad bit, and that sent him into the outside wall.
Well, here they come to pit road.
Well, that was a good green flag run, but now, of course, tires, Rudy, are definitely going to be important tonight.
Yes, I agree.
And again, like I said every week, playoff drivers cannot make mistakes on pit road. Especially tonight. You really don't need to make any mistakes on pit road. This is a crucial race.
Yes, no mistakes, guys. No mistakes.
Oh, John Barry really overshot it.
Oh, yes, he did.
Had to really back up. And what did I just say? Playoff drivers cannot have that happen. Thankfully, it's early on in the race. He could recover it. He's got a long way to go to recover. But how about Benjamin Nelson coming off pit road first? I think.
Yes.
Oh man, tight bow for second, but I think. Yeah, it looks. No, Daniel Falkingham got it.
Falkingham got it. Yep. Well, who we want to talk to?
Let's see.
Tom Mercier stayed out. So
he might have stayed out to lead the lap. I'm not sure.
Yep, he's going to be coming in.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I want to talk to Bobby Cheney.
All right. Is he in here?
Looking for.
I don't think he is.
Oh, Bobby, come on, dude.
He doesn't come in here until after the race, I think.
Of course. It's like Femi. Oh, okay. Well, it looks like I was just going to say, yeah, Tom Mercier does come in, and Femi Alat's coming back on the pit road, too. All right, I am going to maybe talk to, maybe we could get Scott Ramler in here.
You better hurry, because they're on the one to go.
Scott Ramler, got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. How you guys doing?
Doing pretty good, man. Well, how are you doing? How's the truck?
Feels pretty good so far. Starting to get a little loose off the corners and making things pretty fun. It's about the same as what we had at Indianapolis. So if everything stays the way it is, I think I'm going to be doing pretty well tonight.
All right, well, we're not going to be able to talk to you much because it looked like you guys already at the one to go signal. You guys are eager to get ready to go soon. So best of luck to you for the rest of the race. Maybe we'll talk to you afterwards.
All right. Thanks, Joseph.
Well, you got Mom in chat there, Joseph.
Hi, Mom. Love you.
Hi, Mom. Love you.
Well,
keep going.
Yep, Benjamin Nelson right now is your race leader with Daniel Falkingham on the outside lane. We'll see how Benjamin Nelson does on this restart and when he will go, and see if that outside lane is going to prevail even early on after the restart. The pace car peels off, and Benjamin Nelson takes off immediately. He knew what to do. Green flag's back in the air.
Now Zoltan Hertzeg coming from 20th. Oh, man, he's all over.
Scott Ramler, yeah, he was all over Scott Ramler. And
Golly.
Zoltan Herzeg's done a good job, too, starting 19th, already up to 4th.
Yeah, unbelievable. That's pretty good. Pretty good run from my old buddy Zoltan.
Oh, man, look at the run, John. Jared Darling's on that outside lane. Wow, what a run. Oh, I thought they were going to go 3 wide there. There's contact behind them. Ariotti and I believe, what was that, Cody Miller and Fairnay.
Yep, Andrew Fairnares, they got together, yeah.
Yeah, man, that was tight right there. Good job for not wrecking there. But now here comes Zoltan Herzeg back. Wow, look at Scott Ramler putting some early blocks.
Yeah.
All right. I did not expect any of that kind of racing early on, especially Atlanta. But, man, Scott Ramler, not like anybody got right now. And in the middle of that, Bobby Cheney got up to 4th.
Well, let me tell you now, I've seen this situation. So have you, Joseph. Zoltan takes up for a little while, and then all of a sudden he will just move you.
Who else does that, do you think? If you do that to Femi, you'll do that too. There's a few drivers that will only tolerate that for a little while.
Yeah.
But I think now Zoltan has gotten the run underneath them, and I think Zoltan is going to have the advantage. But, man, Scott Rambler's fighting hard on that outside lane.
Yep.
Really about door-to-door there.
Man, he's keeping him pinned down there in the bottom, but Zoltan's hanging on to it. Some good racing between those two.
Oh, for real, it is.
I mean, there's a lot of good racing going on back in the pack. Checking in with Shawn Williams here.
Oh, they're about to go 3 wide right in front of him.
Yeah, this is, oh my
That's
gosh.
Cody Miller. Oh, man. I mean, Cody Miller made 3 wide, and Andrew had to go up the racetrack a little bit. James Simmons was up. Look at this pack behind them, Rudy.
I know
Oh,
it.
my gosh.
John Barry's right in the middle of that. That was that bad pit stop he had. Now he's trying to come back from that.
I think he's like, thank God, but just let me get ahead of you guys before you get all crazy.
Yeah, let me get clear of you. He's probably telling Cody, just make a hole for me, Cody. Make a hole. Coming through. Beep, beep.
Oh. Oh, man.
Good stuff going on, man. I'm telling you. Back up front, Jared Darling. Ben Nelson now back to second.
Yeah.
And Falkingham in the lead.
Yeah, Falkingham took the lead, and man, but the 3 wide back there was more impressive, apparently.
I know it. That was.
Man. Well, right. I mean, man, it's only early on in the race. Can you imagine what it'll be like late in the race? It'll be a late restart. But right now, it looks, and we saw this from Benjamin Nelson early on. It looks like he saved some stuff early on, and then he makes a charge ahead late. But Daniel Falkingham right now up front, but Jared Darling, Bobby Chaney right there behind him as well.
Well, I don't know as if Ben made a charge. I think everybody else started falling off. They raced so hard that they because let me tell you, Ben knows how to save his stuff. He really does. He can save tires and still be fast. He'll hang with you. He'll fall back, whatever. But then when you burn your tires up, he'll just drive on by. He's a consistent driver.
Absolutely. Well,
I'm sure if you counted his lap times every lap, they're probably within a few hundredths of a second every single lap.
Well, right now we got a battle for third. Bobby Chaney's got a fast truck early on. I mean, right now, doing a good job. Started 12th, trying to get up to third, but just that outside lane early on just works better right now. But I know that bottom lane could come in later on in the run. But man, I tell you what, we got a few fast trucks up here. But oh my good, are they still 3 wide back there?
Are they?
Wow, they were. These guys are just. I mean, what stage? The stage is coming up, and these guys are trying to be in that top 10.
Oh yeah, Bernier is not giving it up, man. He is not giving it up and sticks his nose in there. Cody Miller, John Barry, and him still going at it.
Oh my goodness, this is just crazy back
here.
Here
Comes Femi.
Yeah, Femi too in the mix too. So, I mean, this is stage points coming up. I mean, it's valuable points. So, especially for the playoff drivers like John Barry, Femi Olet. Wow.
Well, the thing is Femi's got nothing to lose right now. He's already locked in. So he can race as hard as he wants to race out here. If he makes it, fine. If he doesn't, fine.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Yeah. Almost contact with Barry right there.
You know what Femi reminds me of? He reminds me of Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch would go for any opportunity. Like, if there's an opening, he'll stick his nose in there. Femi is like that. Femi's like the Kyle Busch of this series. He's fun to watch. He makes it exciting to watch. Just making these aggressive moves, and that's what we're seeing at Femi right now.
Well, back up front, Ben Nelson starting to close in on Falkingham.
Oh, they're close in. Look at this run off the corner.
Well, Falkingham had to lift a little bit right there. He got loose coming out of turn 2. Did you notice that?
Yeah, and you know, I'm surprised Daniel Falkingham hasn't really tried the outside lane that much, unless his truck really doesn't work good up there right now. That's why he's staying on that bottom lane, but I would hope sooner or later maybe he'll try to use that outside lane, because I've seen him on the bottom lane for the most part. Yeah,
and I think that's what's abusing his tires right now so much. I think if he would stay up there right where Ben's at right now, he wouldn't be abusing them tires as much.
Oh, man, I thought Bobby Cheney was going to shut the door on
Yeah.
Jared Darling right there for third spot. He can, maybe. Oh, tight right there. And he does clear for third. Here
Yep.
comes Scott Rambler to the bottom.
And again, we're seeing Jared go backwards a little bit here after the first few laps on the tires. Then he starts going backwards a little bit. And that's kind of the product of Atlanta right there. You get out there, you can run really good for about maybe 8 or 10 laps, and then they start falling off quick. Well, it'll still be a good stage point night here for a lot of these drivers. Even though Ben Nelson's out there stinking up the show right now and pulling away from Falkingham.
Falkingham right now is probably like, dang it, I thought I had an opportunity. And then Ben Nelson shows up.
George, we'll do a crank it up after the stage is over, okay? We're getting kind of close to the stage here, but we will do a crank it up after the stage is over, okay? Thank you.
Zoltan Herzog getting by Jared Darling for that 5th spot. Not quite clear yet, but now there's a battle for second. Bobby Cheney. I feel Bobby Cheney's got a truck tonight that could be up there with Benjamin Nelson. He has just been consistent all night, all race long so far.
Yes.
He's got a fast truck. I mean, from starting 12th all the way up to 3rd now, trying to go for second. I watch out for him late in this race.
Well, I think the things that Bobby's learned this season, if we see him apply what he's done this season to next season, he's going to be a factor all the way to the end. He has come a long ways in some of his racing abilities, and I think getting a hold of this truck this season has been a big part of that. The truck has really changed a lot. Some guys like it, some guys don't. And, actually, I think probably being out here on a hot, slick surface tonight might help. It might free the truck up a little bit. Boy, Ben's just pulling away. And he's 3/4 of a second out in front of Falkingham. And we're coming to 10 to go before the first stage.
It's been a good race so far. I mean, it seems, man, I tell you what, top 7 has just basically been close together since this restart. And I feel I've already noticed a few trucks that's going to be able to contend for a win tonight. But right now, I feel I still want to watch out for Bobby Cheney. I know Benjamin Nelson's fast, but if anybody's going to contend with Benjamin Nelson late in the race, I feel it could be Bobby Cheney. He couldn't quite keep his car underneath Daniel Falkingham there, but maybe he's just taking his time. He gets another little bit of a run there, but it's not enough for him to get an opportunity to make a pass right.
Yeah, he keeps taking a look, but that low line, as we were talking earlier, just doesn't seem to have it. And now I noticed Daniel's kind of moved up the hill just a little bit. Have you noticed that?
Yep.
Just a little. I mean, well, there now he goes down on the bottom again. Wow. Oh, and Rambler got into the wall. Did he get a little help from Zoltan?
Maybe so. I mean, these drivers. I mean, Scott Rambler and Zoltan Herzog, they've been battling out for a little while too, since the restart. And man, Scott Rambler trying to hang tight on that outside lane, but I think Zoltan, can he clear up? No, cannot yet.
Yeah, Rambler gets that run off the high side. He's going to have to, what Zoltan's going to have to do is he's going to have to drive it in really deep into one of the corners, but then he's got to be extra careful that he doesn't slide up the hill into Rambler. That's some good racing between those two. They've been putting it on for about the last 20 laps. They've been racing pretty hard around each other.
The yellow flag.
The caution's out.
Oh, we got a caution. Terrell Baker going around.
Oh, Terrell.
Doesn't look like he's got any damage on the truck, so let's go see.
Yeah, he got sideways off the corner.
Oh, man. Close right there. Almost got into Aaron Smith. I think right now Terrell's, I don't know, he's really, tires are really going away for him. He catches the grass, back up onto the track, sideways in front of traffic. Luckily, nobody got into him.
I think he had
Very
to
good.
spin it back down to the infield because he was coming up on traffic.
Yeah. Yep. Oh,
But did
he's all
not,
good.
But he did keep it off the wall, so he's still
Yeah.
okay. And this is not the stage caution. Just got word. This is not the stage caution. They'll have a restart before the stage. So that's going to be an interesting restart, too.
Very good.
Now, I know the stage is right there, but I don't see anybody gambling on those old tires. You cannot. You cannot.
No.
But we'll see.
We might see somebody try it, though. You never know. I mean, of the chase drivers, I don't know. We'll see.
Tom Mercier stays out again. Oh, he's a lap down. He'll actually get the free pass here.
Well, we've lost 4 drivers already. Cody Lamas, James Simmons, Elijah Grassi, and Will Klein.
And looks like everybody so far has gotten to the pit box fine. Yep. No flaws from the top runners.
That's good. John needed that after the last time. Oh, my.
Look at Femi Olat.
Oh, yeah.
2-tire pit stop. I like that. Oh, look at Daniel Falkingham just speeds out of the pit road. Hopefully he didn't get busted right there.
Yeah, hopefully he didn't get busted for speeding.
Well, it doesn't look like it, but man, Femi Olat taking a gamble, 2 tires. I like that.
Yep. And he doesn't even need the stage points. Think of that.
No. Yeah, but he could take some away from somebody else right now.
That's right. Because all them points will add up, you know. I mean, it's very important that to get as many stage points as you can. Who are we talking to, quick?
Well, how about, honestly, I want to talk to, let's get Jared Darling in here, see what he's got to say.
All right.
Come on. I got him. Jared Darling, you got a copy?
Yeah, Joseph, got it.
Well, doing a good job so far, being consistent out there. You guys are definitely sideways from time to time. I don't know about you from what we're seeing from the booth, but how's the race been going so far?
Yeah, it's very sideways after about a few laps. I'll be honest, I mean, I feel like I'm kind of struggling pretty bad here today. I'm good for about 5-10 laps, and I just really fall off pretty bad. I can get up there and then fall back to about 7th or 8th. So, yeah, I don't know, I just got to figure out the long run. It's just really hard to keep the truck underneath me. It's so loose on these old tires, and, here for the stage, it's going to be a 2-lap shootout, so I actually feel like I have a good shot at maybe getting a stage win here, which would be good for points, and, just got to get the points to make it to the championship race next week.
Yeah, awesome, man. Well, yeah, you guys will have a 2-lap shootout for the stage, so go get those valuable stage points. Maybe if something happens in front of you, I know Femi Olat only took a 2-tire pit stop, so he's only on 2 fresh tires while the rest of you are on 4, so maybe the advantage would play in your favor if it all plays out. So best of luck to you for the rest of the stage. Maybe we'll talk to you in Victory Lane afterwards as well.
Alrighty, hopefully. Thanks.
Yeah, but we know. I was gonna say, we know, Joseph, them 2 tires that Femi took, that really probably isn't gonna matter too awful much to Femi.
Oh no, I mean, no, but like you said it. He's got nothing to lose tonight. Nope. He could try different things.
That's right.
So it's going to be fun to see what he can do. And is those 2 tires going to work for a 2-lap shootout? We'll just have to see. But it looks like he chooses the bottom lane. And I know as soon as that pace car drops, he's going to take off.
Yep.
By the way, I do want to give a quick update. Bobby Chaney looked like he did get busted on pit road, so he's going to restart back in 16. That's too bad. Had a fast truck, but he's got a fast truck. Still a long race to go. So, but the thing is, it looked like Bobby Chaney also came back on the pit road, so maybe only a 2-lap shootout here. Maybe if these other drivers ahead of him comes down pit road after this 2-lap shootout, maybe he can stay out, get some more track position.
Yes, sir. All right, well, here we go. We're going to light them up. Pace car's going to be heading to pit road here. And Femi Olat, we're kind of waiting to see if he's going to jump it on the pace car.
Oh, I see it.
He's getting ready. Pace car's in.
Oh, yeah.
And there you go.
Daniel,
Flag.
Daniel Falkingham did a good job timing that too.
Yes, he did perfectly. They all actually did really good on that restart.
Oh,
Ben
man.
Nelson all over. Man, oh, man.
I tell you what, Daniel Falkingham had to shut the door on him there. Oh, Femi's going high.
Uh-oh. Falkingham low. Falkingham
Benjamin
can do
Nelson
it for
also.
a little bit.
Oh, look at Femi putting the block there.
Femi wants that stage win. Ben
Wow,
Nelson to
look
the
at
high
the
side.
run, Benjamin Nelson.
Oh,
no!
they get together.
Oh,
Femi.
he got in the back of Femi.
Is that going to be it?
No,
Yeah.
that's the stage caution right
That'll
there.
be it. And Ben Nelson actually was the leader, I do believe.
Oh, wow. Well, that's something I did not
And
expect.
nobody got into him. It was, honest to God, I was watching, and I'm going to go back and look at it again here, but I'm going to go from a different angle here.
I mean, it could have been on both, but we'll have to look at the replay there.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
What the heck?
But Femi's probably asking a few questions
Here
right
we
now.
go. Oh, yeah, see, it was arrowed loose right there. It looked like when Ben Nelson got to that right rear, well, yeah, when he got to the right rear, it kind of kicked Femi's truck around a little bit. Then
you know,
he made contact, yeah.
You know, what I noticed from Femi that entire lap, I mean, even as soon as he got to the center of 1 and 2, his truck went up the racetrack. Same thing here. It seemed like as soon as he hit the center of 3 and 4, he held the bottom lane well going into 3, and then all of a sudden his truck went up the racetrack, and Benjamin Nelson just had a heck of a run on Femi Olat. And I don't think either Benjamin Nelson didn't expect him to come up that high, or he just did not have time to check up. But end result, put Femi Olat into the pits. And right now, Femi Olat is sitting on pit road.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we could get the word on that. Did
that is the stage caution? Yes, it looks.
Ben Nelson
wow.
got it then?
Well, Benjamin Nelson. Oh, it looked like he did come down pit road that time. Yes, Benjamin Nelson is the stage winner.
Okay, all right. Well, that's what we kind of wondered there. But yeah, I thought he was. But congratulations to Ben. And maybe we'll get him up here. Let me see if I can find him real quick.
Yeah, there he is.
All right, Ben Nelson, you got a copy?
Yes.
Well, it looks like you got the stage win there, but boy, a little contact there between you and Femi. I know you guys were racing back to the line there, but a little contact. I don't think it was intentional by any means, but you grabbed the stage win here.
Yeah, I feel bad about that. Him and I seem to get in a lot of contact, which I never mean. It seems like I wreck him a lot. I don't mean to, but every time I'm around him lately, it just happens. I apologize for that, but I didn't get a contact for it at all. That's not an excuse, but I didn't even notice that I hit him. Like, it didn't even affect my truck. So,
well, I think he was kind of on the edge of being a little loose because he only took 2 tires on that pit stop, and he might have been on the edge, and when you come up on that right rear, you might have took the air off of him, and that's what started it, and then you barely made that contact with him. So
yeah, I think it was a little net code too, because I didn't get anything. It just looked like I turned him around just automatically. I didn't even really do anything. But yeah, I apologize. But hey, it's racing on a restart, I guess.
I guess, man. That's all right. Well, now, what's the truck feeling like out there after a long run? It seems like you got a pretty good long run truck.
It's pretty balanced, actually. It gets loose after a while, but if you manage it, it's not too bad. It gets tight at the beginning of the run, but that's pretty balanced. I don't really know what else we could do to drive it better. Maybe as the track rubbers up and gets hotter, we'll get the different lines going a little better than we have yet. But that's the way Atlanta goes. We just gotta wait for the track to change, because it will.
That's right. All right, well, we'll let you go, Ben, and hopefully we can see you stick around and maybe try to get this win here tonight.
Yeah, hopefully the cautions don't keep going.
Right. All right, good luck, brother. All right, so Falkingham looks like he's going to start on the outside, Joseph.
Yeah, well, I just feel that outside lane could be an advantage early on in the run. But also, I didn't realize Scott Ramler was also involved in that incident with Femi, too, when Femi spun right down from him. So hopefully Scott Ramler he had a top 5 truck all night too so far. Hopefully that damage ain't gonna affect him much. He could be back in this thing. But Femi Olat did pull it behind the wall. He is 3 laps down now. So unfortunately, it does not look like he's gonna have an opportunity to go for a win tonight. But he's in the championship for next week. He's ready to go after a championship next week in Homestead.
Well, now, if that would happen next week, tempers would have been flaring on that one.
Oh, I can't wait for next week. If something goes down between the championship 4 drivers, man, we know we're going to have it.
Yep. But, that's racing, but and Femi don't have to worry about it now. He's locked in the next round. So, all right, here we go. Back to green. Pace car's in.
Green flag,
And there's the green. We're underway. And good jump start by Daniel Falkingham.
Yeah, but that top lane stacked up just a little bit. I think the top lane thought that Daniel Falkingham was going to go sooner. Look at that, 3 wide behind him for second. Look at Zoltan Herzeg.
Man, where did he come from? 20th.
Wow, great run. I mean, he took advantage on that restart with the stack up just a little bit, and it worked out good for him. He's up to second, but Daniel Falkingham trying to pull away.
Ben, as normal, what he does, he kind of rides back here a little bit, and then once everybody gets out there and starts burning their tires up, Ben will just drive on by here in about 6 or 7 laps.
All right, now he's on the outside Jared Darling to look for that 3rd spot, and easily going to clear him going into turn number 3. So right now up to 3rd, now behind Zoltan Herzeg for second. A driver we haven't talked about tonight. How about Shawn Williams? Look at that. He's up to 6 all of a sudden. He starts 13. He's up to 6. I don't know where he came from, but
well,
looks like right now
he's trying to be, keep himself into the top 10 here now. This latter part of the race, because it's going to be very important. Him and John Barry pretty close there on points. Only 1 point separating them coming into tonight. So you can bet those two are going to be racing it out. And Aaron Smith, kind of a die or do situation here for Aaron Smith. He's 13 points behind a lot of these guys back here, so he's got to get up here and try to get as many points today to make it in to the next round.
Well, he just got passed by Bobby Cheney right now. It doesn't really help him in his favor, but Bobby Cheney had that pit road penalty, but he's recovering pretty good. He's back up to 7th. I expect to see Bobby Cheney back up towards the front. And then behind him, it looks like Cody Miller. We haven't talked much about him tonight either, but he's trying to go for the 8th spot right now. Aaron Smith can't quite do it.
Now, Aaron Smith passed him on the outside right there. But now just, so everybody understand, one of the drivers is not here tonight, Nick Mullinex. He's one of the chase drivers that is not here. And so that kind of gives Spencer Owens a little bit better of a shot. But mathematically, Spencer, he is way back in 15th. The only way he would make it into the next round, I do believe, would be with a win here tonight.
Oh, have to. Have to. And, hopefully if this race stays green, for the most part, hopefully some pit strategy can come into play.
Yeah.
And some, we'll just see how that plays out. I know some of these playoff drivers will do that too. But right now, where Spencer Owens at right now ain't going to be 15? In his favor. Yeah, ain't going to be in his favor.
Yeah. But, Terrell Baker picking up a little ground here. Oh, man, him and Keaton Jones going at it. And Andrew Fairnares. Oh, Fairnares drives it in there deep.
Oh, he drove it maybe a little bit too deep there.
Yeah, almost too deep, yeah. That was taking a heck of a chance. He could have washed right up into Terrell.
Terrell has already been involved in an incident earlier today. He had that spin, but didn't hurt the truck at all. He's still in this race, and he's just hanging tight on the outside of Andrew Fairnares. I cannot get his last name right. Just like with Nick Mucinex. We just say Mucinex because it's like, why? Why do we have to say his actual name?
Well, I'll tell you what, Shawn Williams is staying right there on the bumper of John Barry, man. Them two in one heck of a battle.
Yeah,
I
dude.
think didn't John get some? I think he got some stage points.
He did get some stage points.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't recall where he finished on the stage, but yeah, I think but Shawn Williams did not. I don't believe so. Well, Ben kind of laying back a little bit now. I don't know. I don't know. That might not have been a good thing for him if he laid back a little bit too much, because with Falkingham and Zoltan out there like that, I don't know. We're going to have to see if he can close in on these guys. A lot of draft at this track. I've noticed that. Have you ever noticed that?
Oh, absolutely. Well, it's for these tracks, it's a good track to be in the draft with somebody to close in just a little bit, but also that just depends on how your truck handles as well.
Sure. You betcha. And Nelson, Jared Darling. And now John Barry breaking away a little bit from Shawn Williams.
And behind him, you got Bobby Chain that's just hanging there in seventh right now. Behind them, here comes Tom Mercier underneath Aaron Smith. Remember, Tom Mercier was a lap down. He actually got the free pass under that last caution, and he's already trying to pass Aaron Smith for that 8th spot. So he seems like he's got something figured out.
Well, these guys wanted me to do a little crank it up, Joseph. So what do you say we let's crank it up, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, we got a battle for the lead here. Oh, Zoltan almost getting it.
Oh, are we going 3 wide right here?
Oh, my gosh,
yes, we
you've
are,
got to be
maybe.
kidding me.
Oh, Ben thought better of it.
And I'm telling you, there isn't any of them 3 that's going to back out of that.
Oh, no. Absolutely not. Still side by side off the court. Benjamin, yep, here we go.
Here we
3
go.
wide for the lead.
Holy
look out, guys.
smokes. You believe this?
Oh, this is intense. Oh, man, it's getting tight right here. Oh,
Yep,
my gosh.
Zoltan's going to lead his first lap of the race, and Ben
Benjamin
gets
Nelson
loose.
hangs on to it, saves it.
Wow.
Zoltan takes the lead,
man. Whew. Wow, coming from 20th to the lead.
And while that was happening, a couple other incidents happened. Jared Darling did get in the wall off turn 2. He dropped back a few spots, and Keen Jones did wreck down the back straightaway and did not bring out the caution. But this battle up front, oh my goodness, that was intense. And man, I'm surprised they didn't wreck. And Daniel Falky, of course, playoff chart, he's probably like, oh, please. Oh, no. Please, no.
Yeah. Yep, here we go. He's going back underneath them to try to take the lead. And got a little help from Ben Nelson. But as you see, Zoltan can hold him off on that high side. John Barry and
Bobby Cheney.
Bobby Cheney going at it.
Bobby Cheney. If those three keep battling, and Bobby Cheney could get around John Barry, Bobby Cheney could be up there in about 5 or 10 laps.
Yeah, that could be big for it could be big for Bobby Cheney, but not so big for John Barry. John really needs to have a great finish here tonight. I mean, he's kind of like he's on the bubble right now, you know.
Well, Benjamin Nelson actually got to the outside of Daniel Falkingham. That outside lane just works right now.
Yeah,
And
Falkingham should have never went down low.
And you see what Zoltan's doing, though, too. He's trying to take that air off of Benjamin Nelson. He's running the same line as Benjamin Nelson.
Right.
And Zoltan's been running that outside lane. You see, he goes way high in turns 1 and 2.
Yep.
He's going to get the run off the corner right here.
Yep, and Ben can't clear him, but
Right there,
at least he's right beside him. Whew, man. The Zoltan's always been one I've noticed that. Now, if you notice, he's doing it in 1 and 2, but not 3 and 4.
Yeah.
But I've
But
watched.
here comes... Whoa, Ben sideways!
Oh my gosh!
Hangs on to it again. Ben is all over me. You know Benjamin Nelson is 100% right now.
He is pushing that thing for everything it's got.
Oh my goodness, that's twice he's done that in the last few laps.
Let's see if he does it again here. I mean, we know he's pushing it hard. I think he needs to back off just a little bit right now, kind of cool them tires off, because I think they're a little bit angry at him.
Yeah, I would be angry at him too. And you know, Jared Darling, he did say that, you know, after it was Benjamin Nelson as well also said too, both him and Jared Darling, they said after a few laps, after 5-10 laps, the truck is just sideways because of the tires. I mean, and on this hot, slick racetrack too, it just does not help in their favor. Of course, the track temperature is down just a little bit, 104 degrees right now than what they started.
Yeah. That's 16 degrees cooler. Here comes Bobby Cheney again to the inside of John Barry. He just cannot get by John.
And he'll keep trying until he succeeds at it. We know that for a fact. Bobby Cheney is fast, and I know if he can clear John Barry, he could get up to the top 3. He's got a fast truck that could go for this win tonight.
Well, he drove it in there into 1 a little bit harder than John did, but it put him maybe like a half a truck ahead of him, but he still has not cleared him just yet. Man, oh man, he's really there. I think he got him. Yes, he got him that time.
There.
Nice pass. That's the way it's done.
Well, are we 3 wide back here? Yes, we are.
Where at?
Behind them. Well, it was for a second. Shawn Williams, Andrew Fairnair, and Tom Mercier were in a 3 wide back for a second. And look at that. Ashley to the race lead. Benjamin Nelson almost. And Daniel Falkingham got sideways off turn number 2. He saves it.
Every time I go to on another truck or something, then that's when something.
Benjamin Nelson.
Ben.
Oh, no, back there. Oh, man, too. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Everywhere they're sideways.
I know it.
Oh, I think Benjamin Nelson's going to get him here this time.
He got him.
Unless slides up. Oh, the crossover move.
Yeah, and that's just exactly what Zoltan was hoping for right there. He could get that crossover.
Oh, man, this is great.
I'm telling you. Yes.
Oh, nice. They both get off the corner pretty well.
But Ben's holding them off for right now.
Zoltan ain't giving up, though. I think Benjamin Nelson's going to get him here this time, though. He's got that outside lane. And he does. He clears them.
Very good. Wow. Man, you talk about intense battles. Jared Darling now coming up on John Barry.
And we still only got 52 laps to go.
I know it.
This time by.
I'm kind of hoping that John can actually let us know who the top 4 are going to be next week. At the end, I hope he can tell us. I'll try to keep us on air as long as possible so he can kind of let us know who the top 4 are. We'll find out if he's going to have enough time. because I know he's got to go to work. You know.
Well, all I know, we both know, is that Femi is in. We just got to figure out the other 3.
Yeah. Well, another one drops out. Jose Solis out of the race. And boy, look at this. Scott Rambler way at the back of the field.
I think that damage he got when he was involved with Femi Olat, I think that affected his truck. And that's too bad because he looked like he had a truck that could be capable of at least getting a podium finish.
Well, the leaders are coming up on him here. They're not that far behind him, so. Zoltan. Falkingham.
Zoltan had a run on Benjamin Nelson through 1 and 2 with Benjamin Nelson at that outside lane. But Zoltan, he ain't letting Benjamin Nelson get away.
Nope.
And there he goes again on that outside lane. And then as soon as he hit the center of the corner, he's going to try. He's using the diamond, is what they call it. They go high at the entry of the corner and then diamond it down to the bottom of the racetrack as soon as they hit the center of the corner. And that sometimes helps get a run.
Jared Darling was loose again there coming off a 2, but he saved it.
Yeah, I don't think that truck is happy with Jared Darling right now, especially the tires.
He still has not gotten the grip on the track yet today. Said he was hoping that he'd have it figured out before they got to the end of it, but doesn't look like it so far because he's got company now. Andrew Fairnair's taking a look to the inside of Jared Darling.
And Andrew Fairnair, you know, he's been consistently running in the top 10. Now, he started 15th, and he's trying to go for that 6th spot soon if he can, but he's running consistent in the top 10 tonight, so a good run for Andrew. Oh, we got a caution.
We got a caution. Terrell Baker again.
Oh, and this time I don't know if I don't think he got the wall.
Yeah, I don't think he got any damage. Corner. Man, he's been lucking out on that. See, he's riding right behind Aaron Smith here. And he's trying to actually follow right in the foot tracks there of Aaron Smith. But, boy, he got extremely loose coming off of turn 2.
Boy, did he get loose. And then overcorrected it there. And then there, he hits the brakes.
Locks it down.
Yeah, have to. Or else he was going to go in that wall.
Good job. Very good.
Now, Rudy, here's the thing here. We got 48 laps to go now. These drivers will definitely come down pit road, but what if this stays green all the way? They might have to make another pit stop before this race. So I don't know what the fuel window is at.
Well, it'll be really close because they can get about 45-ish laps. So if these guys, we might see some guys in the back maybe just before they go green, duck in and top off that fuel. Might be a good thing, kind of give them a little bit of a guarantee. But, it would be close.
Well, it looks like all the top runners made it through pit road safely. So, good job for everybody there. But the question is who's going to come off pit road first? It looks like it's going to be Benjamin Nelson. Wow, look at John Barry. Second.
Holy smokes.
Wow, he had 11.7 second pit stop while Benjamin Nelson had 12.3. Good pit stop there.
Well, that just made up for his slide through of his pit stop there earlier. Let's get a word in with John here. John Barry, you got a copy?
Yes, I do, Rudy.
Wow, what an amazing pit stop you just had right there, John.
Yeah, I didn't even see what the time was, but I went in there like for 6 and I came out second. So the pit crew had her Wheaties this morning. So
well, I'll tell you what.
That
kind of made up for the first pit stop when you slid through.
Yeah, I was paying attention to like Rambler's car because I don't know why. Like I guess something on it. Someone played my eyes and I thought my pit stop was ahead of his.
Yeah.
So I was aiming past him and I saw my guys there. I'm like, oh crap, I need to stop. I didn't stop.
Well, you're kind of in a situation here, John, where you really need to finish well tonight to be locked into the next round, points wise. And a question for you, I just wanted to ask you: are you going to be able to figure out who the top 4 is and let us know before we go off the air?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's pretty much really just me, Aaron, and Shawn, barring that Falkingham. And on Jared, don't wreck. I am with the stage points. After that, I am 2 points behind Shawn. I'm not sure how many points I'm ahead of Aaron because I know he's not doing too hot tonight.
Yep.
But I know I'm 2 points behind Shawn. And the tiebreaker, if we tie, I think his best finish is 4th. So yeah, it's gonna be close here.
Okay, well, we'll stay on the air. Just come up to the booth with us and let us know who the top 4 are. But good luck out there for the rest of the race, John. You're going to need it.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, Rudy.
All right, buddy. Good luck. Wow. Yeah, he's pushing it. He's pushing everything right now. He's even got the pit crew on it. Joseph.
Oh yeah, well that was the fastest pit stop in that pit cycle there too. So 11.7. That's pretty good pit stop compared to Benjamin Nelson's 12.3. And he's going to be on the outside lane in second on this restart. And we're going to have 44 laps to go when they get back green. So it's going to be interesting to see how aggressive these drivers can be. Of course, it's getting down to it. And I know all these playoff drivers, John Barry, Daniel Falkham, Jared Darling, and any of these other playoff drivers, they're going to find a way to be aggressive and get up through the field and go contend for this win. And, of course, points matter.
Well, a little note here. Spencer Owens did just exactly what I said. He stopped and topped off that fuel, and now he'll be good on fuel, kind of guaranteed.
Well, I kind of pointed out that point even before the race started. Like, if Spencer Owens, if it plays in his favor and where the cautions fall, and now if they stay green all the way, don't know if that's possible with these guys, but it could work out to his favor. We just have to see.
Keep going.
Green flag.
And they got 44 laps to go this time by. Here we go. The green flag is back in the air, and Benjamin Nelson takes off. Right behind him, side by side for second, is John Barry and Zoltan Herzeg as they go into 1. Zoltan takes the second spot away. How about the third spot? Bobby Chaney to the bottom. John Barry up high. Down the back straightaway. Going into turn number 3. Still side by side. And looks like Bobby Chaney will take that away. But John Barry hanging tight on that outside lane. Can he get above him off turn 4? He does.
Yes, Bobby Chaney into 3rd. Man, I'm telling you. These guys are kicking it up a couple of notches right now. A couple of notches.
Oh, and Bobby Chaney does clear John Barry for that 3rd spot. Behind them, here comes Daniel Falkham to the outside of Andrew Farron there. And how about this bout for the lead? Look at Zoltan Herzeg making a charge on Benjamin Nelson. Was right on his back bumper there. He's going to go up high. Can Benjamin Nelson slide up in front of him? No, he does. And then here comes, Zoltan. I expected that to happen. He goes right to the bottom, going into turn number 3, side by side for the lead. And really drives in the turn 3, and he's going to take the lead away from Benjamin Nelson.
Well, I've noticed Zoltan he's got a really, really good, strong, short run truck right now. But it seems like Ben can't get by him, but then after Ben gets by him, Zoltan can hang with him. It's just staying ahead of Ben is going to be the ticket here for tonight.
I think Zoltan is like, Bobby Chaney, John Barry, or anybody else, please charge up on Benjamin Nelson.
Yeah. And Jared Darling driving around the outside of Aaron Farner's. Or Andrew, not Aaron. Andrew.
They both start with an A, close enough.
Yep, well, I was thinking Aaron Smith, but wow, where is Aaron Smith at right now? He is way back in 13th. Oh, this might not be a good night for Aaron Smith. He might not be locked in.
Dang. He needs the other playoff drivers to have problems, and it's still a lot of laps to go. Anything is possible. How about Benjamin Nelson back on that outside lane for the race lead? And Bobby Chaney is there too. Oh man, look at the top 6, just close. How close they are together.
things are heating up in in Atlanta right now. I'm telling you. Now you know why they call it Hot Atlanta.
Oh, well, they're showing why it's Hot Atlanta. Zoltan doing a very good job hanging strong in that bottom lane, though, on Benjamin Nelson. Even though that outside lane is stronger, Zoltan Herzeg's got that bottom lane figured out for the most part if he gets into a side-by-side situation. Wow, look at Daniel Falkingham just drives it to the bomb underneath Bobby Chaney. This for third. Oh, he's getting tight just a little bit. He has to get out of the gas.
Yes, sir.
Everybody's giving it 100% now. It's time to go.
Man, I'm telling you. Yeah, nobody's saving anything now. It just seems like the guys are really pushing the envelope really hard right now.
Oh, man, they are still side by side for this race, Leah. It's been like that for the last 2-3 laps.
Zoltan, boy, he is not giving up that inside line, is he?
Oh, no, he's not. But Benjamin Nelson getting a fair run off the corner. Zoltan's got to get to his corner pad, get to his door, get that side draft, ruin this momentum a little bit. But, man, did Benjamin Nelson get a run on that outside lane. He takes the lead.
And neither one of them guys racing for points tonight. They're just out there just cruising right now, just having some fun out there racing with the boys. So good job, man. I'll tell you, good job battling for the W. Andrew Fairnair's got around Jared Darling. Darling, man,
he's
struggling.
He actually went way up high off turn 2 this time. I'm not sure if he got the outside wall, but if he didn't, it was pretty close. He is struggling with that truck coming off the corners.
And Scott Rambler, he's got it back up here now. Boy, that caution really helped him out and got him caught back up to the field now. And look who's sitting in ninth. The guy I said that he has got to win here tonight, or he's going to be out.
Oh, man, did it get close up front here again. I thought Zoltan was going to get in the back of Benjamin Nelson. Zoltan is not giving up. I mean, He is, I don't know if he's even giving it 100%. I think he's giving it 110.
He's found some extra horsepower in that truck, I think.
I mean, we didn't see Zoltan be this strong early on in the race in like the first half. I think he was trying to figure out where his truck was at his best, and he's definitely found it. But how about Bobby Chaney watching this bow up ahead of him? He's going to try to find an opening very soon, too.
Into turn 1, Chaney setting in third, Falkingham fourth. And the battle's still on between Zoltan and Ben up here. This is unbelievable racing.
I think you found... Oh, Bobby Chaney! He pokes his nose underneath Zoltan there. I was just going to say, I think you found 2 trucks that can work.
Oh, Bobby got tight.
Bobby. I was just going to say, you found 2 drivers that can work both lanes. And it's aggressive on both lanes and can make it work. Benjamin Nelson on the outside and Zoltan Herzeg on that bottom lane.
Yes. They definitely. They're both excellent drivers, and man, they're showing it out here right now. But we got a spinner back there in the back. That was Cody Miller. He got it collected though.
Yeah, nice save.
Yep, spin coming off of turn 2, almost got into the inside wall.
Well, Bobby Chaney got loose off turn 4 last lap, and that helped Daniel Falkingham get up to third. Still side by side for that 5th spot almost, still with John Barry and Andrew.
Well, if they finish the way they are right now, I'm going to say we may be looking at, it's going to be really, really close right there. But we may be looking at Femi Ladd, Jared Darling, Daniel Falkingham, and John Barry going into the next round. That's just my opinion. That is not official.
Oh, absolutely. But
Shawn Williams has got to really pick it up a ton. He is way back in the 11th place right now.
But there's still 30 laps to go. A lot can happen. And,
we have
seen it in the past in these Nordic races where we think one driver or a couple drivers is in a good situation, and then late in the race something happens to them.
Yep.
So like what happened to Daniel Falkingham last week at Darlington.
Yeah.
Has Sean Carr early on. All of a sudden, he just did not have anything in the last run. Finished 8th or 9th in that race. So anything is still possible. But still side by side for the 5th spot is Andrew and John Barry.
Yeah, it's just my opinion. The way they're running. The way they're running right now. That would be my guess. I mean, I think Jared Darling and Daniel Falkingham definitely will make it in. But now it's going to be a toss-up between Shawn Williams and John Barry. And if John can finish ahead of Shawn by a few places like he is right now, he may be able to make it in ahead of Shawn.
Oh, I would have to agree with you there. If they just finish where they're running right now,
yep.
I feel that's what's going to be the top 4.
But the question is anybody going to have to stop for fuel?
Yeah, well, I know if there's any saving right now, I know it's not between these two drivers battling for this race lead. Zoltan is still right there on Benjamin Nelson.
Oh, yeah.
This battle between these two has just been so fun to watch. It seems like Benjamin Nelson will be up front for a few laps. It seemed like he could pull away, but Zoltan just fights back strong.
Sure does. Falkingham sitting there just a tenth, maybe a couple tenths off of. He would be the closest to the front of any of the chase drivers. And again this week, be denied that win if one of those front two win right now. Man, but still, he has been there all season long.
Oh, absolutely.
Consistency.
Oh, yeah, I will tell you, if he does not end up getting a win this season, and let's say he does not end up winning the championship next season, he's got to still give him a lot of credit to himself, because he has just been so consistent all season long. Yeah, he hasn't closed it out to get the victories, but I still feel that he's been the most consistent driver all season long.
By far, yes. I agree 100%. Well, we're coming to 25 to go this time by, Joseph.
Oh, yeah, and still 25 more hard battling laps here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Here we go, side by side for the 6th spot. Jared Darling underneath John Barry. John Barry is losing some ground a little bit.
Well, that would be good for Shawn Williams, but not good for John Barry because he's kind of on that bubble right now.
Tight coming off turn 2 side by side.
John needs to finish at least about maybe 3 or 4 positions ahead of Shawn. Well, right now he's good, okay? As long as he doesn't go back much further, he's good because Shawn is back in 11th, but Aaron Smith's about to pass Shawn, and that's not good for Shawn.
Oh, absolutely not. Oh, man, Jared Darling just fights on that outside lane with John Barry.
Yeah. John doesn't really want to give that position up. It's pretty obvious.
Look, I know he's a few spots to the good, but it still could make a difference because one of Shawn Williams also picks up a couple more spots late in the race. Right. He doesn't want Shawn to pick up any more spots, but he doesn't want himself to lose any more spots either, so he still needs to hang on to any position he could possibly get.
You betcha. All right, back up front. Nose to tail, these front two, man. It's been like this most of the race.
Oh, I mean, definitely for most of this stage as well. I mean, it's just been... these are the 2 strongest trucks right now.
Yep.
And one of those 2 is going to go to victory lane if those 2 don't tangle.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, and think about that. I mean, I don't... Ben's not going to block. I don't believe Ben would block, but... you never know when it comes down to the last lap.
Yeah, I was gonna say you never know.
Yep. When it comes to the last lap, there might be some blocking going on there if Zoltan would get a run. And now we've seen that last stage here. Boy, Ben had really used up his tires a lot and was slipping and sliding in out of every corner. And I just seen him have a moment there coming off of turn 4 that he wasn't loose, but I'll tell you that truck was on the edge.
I think these 2 have been on the edge every lap, even though it may not look like it from where we're sitting and from where we're watching. I know they still got a handful.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know if we can ride along here. Let's ride along with Zoltan for a minute.
We had 20 laps to go.
Coming up on some lap traffic, too. I think that's Cody Miller just up ahead of these guys.
It is.
Cody running in 13th. Shawn Williams is back to 12th now, so that's all good for John Barry as long as he can stay right about where he's at right now. John might be locked in. Man, it's amazing how it's come down to just a couple of points here and there to put these guys in. This has been a pretty close season.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? It's been a good season up north, too. We've seen a lot of great battles, a lot of great outcomes to the races, a lot of great finishes. I feel we're going to see another one tonight. And I am so excited for next week at Homestead for the championship.
Oh, yeah, I know it. Well, Falkingham is starting to close in a little bit there on them leaders, so kind of wondered maybe if he might have been saving a little bit there at the beginning of this run. Might have been saving a little fuel, saving a little tires, making sure that he's got enough to make it all the way. 18 laps to go. Now, I don't think anybody's going to come to pit road. I think everybody's going to stay out there. Now it's just a matter of saving your tires.
Oh, absolutely. And I guarantee you, none of these shows, I know for sure the top two has not been saving at all, because we've seen them sideways quite a few times after that last restart. But I mean,
that might be good for Falkingham, because he's been saving a little bit. He's not been racing anybody. And he's closing up on them guys big time here.
Benjamin Nelson trying to pull away from Zoltan. He put a little gap on Zoltan. Now 3/10 ahead of the 96 there.
Coming up on Cody Miller. Let's see how they get around Cody. They're just behind him now. I'm sure Cody's going to give them the track there, saying, you guys are the leaders. You're racing it out. I'm just here to have fun. It's been a long time since I've seen Cody in Victory Lane. You know that?
Oh, absolutely. We saw him in Victory Lane last season.
Yeah.
Only one time. I believe that was at Kentucky when they ran in the Cup Series. But, man. But I know Cody Miller is capable of winning races, too.
Oh, yeah.
Just got to have the luck.
I'll tell you, Bobby Cheney is looking for every way he can to get around Daniel Falkingham. Here he goes to the inside. Falkingham can't block him. He got a nose on him.
Bobby Cheney's probably thinking it's time to go, too.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Oh, and he just got really loose. Oh, my gosh. Everything he gained, he just lost right there.
Oh, Bobby Cheney. Oh, man, he had to get out of the gas a little bit there.
Yep. And now he's got Fairnair's right on his tail. He looks to the inside of Bobby Cheney. He may have the run on Bobby. I'm not sure. Bobby's up on the high side where he doesn't really feel that comfortable. I've noticed he doesn't like to run up there as much. And here we go. Pass for the lead. Maybe up here. No, I'm sorry. That's Ben getting around Cody Miller. My bad. Now Zoltan's going to get by Cody. I'll tell you what, though. Those guys put on a heck of a show up there in the front today, didn't they?
Oh, absolutely. Still got 13 laps to go. And I know Benjamin Nelson's gapping Zoltan just a little bit right now, but what can happen late in the race? Can Zoltan maybe find something else? Or is he saving maybe a little bit right now? Who knows?
Well, there's a chance we might not get to talk to Ben Nelson if he wins today, because I know he's got to get over there for the peak thing that's going on. If we do talk to him, it's going to have to probably be pretty quick. So, but if he wins, I'm saying, or if he finishes on the podium, as long as they stay green the rest of the way here, he might be able to make it.
Well, that's right.
I don't know what time that starts over there. Do you?
It starts at 9 p.m. Eastern time, so he's got 40 minutes.
Okay,
so,
well, he's got plenty of time. I just don't want to hold him up, I mean, we talk to him, we'll try to make it as briefly as we can. And
oh, yeah.
Falkingham with Fairnares. Well, I'll tell you what, Fairnares has had a good run today.
Yeah, he
Man.
has. Started 15th up to 4th. Yeah, he's been consistent tonight too.
Yep.
Haven't hit any troubles tonight. He's up in the top 5. Having a good run. He could get a podium finish if he could get around Daniel Falkingham.
Well, that might be a little difficult. I don't think Daniel's going to want to let him by. So
If not, Andrew will find a way to get by him.
yeah. Let's check into a John Barry. Now, John, like I said, on the fence right now, him and Shawn Williams, and he is, 4 positions ahead of Shawn Williams right now, so, or 5.
Well, they got
4.
10 laps to go.
Yeah. And so it's going to come down to one of those two making it in. And I don't think Aaron Smith, Aaron's behind Shawn, so Aaron's not going to make it in. It's pretty much cut and dry.
And that's too bad for Aaron Smith because he was the regular season champion. He was, I would say, very consistent through the regular season, and then ever since the playoffs he has just been falling down the radar and stuff, and that's just a shame because we thought he could have been a strong contender to go after a championship this season.
Yeah. Well, thank you everybody for watching tonight. We appreciate it. Make sure you give us a thumbs up on the video there. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out our website at MaxSpeedTV.com for our full race schedule, and also follow us on Facebook at Facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV. I'd like to give a shout out to 2 people. I'd like to give a shout out to Lombard Bros Gaming and also to Raw Gator. I don't want to forget Raw Gator. So shout out to those 2 people. And of course, that's you, Joseph, there, the Lombard Bros Gaming. All right, coming to 7 to go this time by, and boy, Ben has really pulled away from Zoltan this time.
Yeah, how about Andrew Fairnair up to 3rd?
Yes, sir. He still has not cleared Daniel, though. I'm not sure if Daniel wants him to clear him. That's the whole thing. Daniel wants that spot, as much as he can and get the maximum amount of points. But the thing of it is, I don't think Daniel's got anything to worry about. As long as he finishes in the top 5, he's pretty much on to the next round. The ones that are back there, Jared Darling, John Barry, and Shawn Williams, those are the guys. Jared Darling, I think he's all right, And boy, here he goes again. Fairnares comes up on the back of Daniel Falkingham. And that's some good racing between them two. Coming to 5 to go this time by for Ben Nelson. I think barring anything happens seriously up here with Ben, he's probably going to get the win. Joseph, you there?
My mic got disconnected. I'm back.
What the heck?
I look good.
How is it getting disconnected?
I must have accidentally done. I didn't miss a thing, though.
No. Well, this is still a good battle, though. Side by side now, Daniel Falkingham and Aaron Fairnair. Andrew Fairnair's. God, why do I keep wanting to call him Aaron?
Somebody wants a podium finish here. One of these two.
Well, I'm sure Falkingham would like it to be him, but Andrew would like it to be him too. So he backs off a little bit there, drives it in deep again. He just can't seem to get that run on the bottom.
Oh, man. It's right on the court pound. Nope. Daniel Falkingham clears him right now.
Oh, man. I'm telling you. Coming to 3 to go. Ben Nelson. Gonna clearly lead the most laps led tonight here, so gonna steal those bonus points away from somebody. All right, 3 laps to go. Man, is anybody gonna try anything here to? I don't think Fairnares has got enough to get around Falkingham right now.
Either
really
that
don't.
or gotta move him, maybe.
Yeah, or he might have backed off for a second there to kind of gather up his thoughts and cool his tires off a little, and he might make a last.
Oh, Zoltan is wrecked off 4. Look out, guys! Oh man!
Oh no!
What
You
in
kidding
the world
me?
happened to him there?
Let's go check it out.
He had to have gotten loose. He was all by himself.
Yeah, he was by himself here. Nobody around him. And that's going to be the race right there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. After that big long green flag run, I'm on board here with Zoltan. It looked like coming out of turn 4. He went up a little high right there. Got loose. Aaron Smith was coming to pit road. And he flat spotted it. Man.
Wow. That was a hard hit into that outside wall.
Yes, it was.
That's too bad. I mean, there was probably no way he was going to catch Benjamin Nelson anyways, but you could tell he was still giving all he got there.
Well, the good news is everybody gets to move up a position.
Yeah, but it looks like Benjamin Nelson does end up winning the race. Well, they haven't made the checker flag yet. They will this lap. Daniel Fogham 2nd, Andrew Fairnair 3rd. Good run for him. And then you see Jared Darling 5th, John Berry 6th. Spencer Owens got 7th, and Shawn Williams 10th. Aaron Smith 11th.
And I'm telling you, what a finish, though. Because I would have never expected that. Never expected that.
Oh, yeah. Well, here they come. And Benjamin Nelson's going to score what is his first win of the season. Because he hasn't run any races this season. No kidding. How about that? Good run tonight for him.
Yes, sir. All right, well, we'll get these guys up here and talk to them, so stay tuned. All right, we caught up with tonight's winner, Ben Nelson. I know you got to hurry here, buddy, but you grabbed the win. Tell us about that battle with you and Zoltan Herczeg. Man, that was intense.
Oh yeah, Zoltan's a really good racer. He's improved so much ever since I've seen him come up through the ranks in SRA. It was an intense battle. I mean, there's really no two ways about it. We were side by side for quite a while there. It was a lot of fun with him. Everybody else that was up front racing, Daniel and Bobby and Femi. I'm sorry again to Femi about that. I really didn't mean to wreck him there, but yeah, it's just a really fun race. I always love Atlanta.
All right. Well, I know you know, like I said, I know you got to hurry up, but tell me about you kind of laid back on the starts there for a little while. You know, once everybody was they were out there just abusing their equipment, you were saving yours, and after about 8-10 laps, you just drive on by.
Yeah, I mean, I just never really felt the need to do that at Atlanta. It just always worked for me to drive my line and drive the way I save my tires and my pace, and it just works for me. I didn't think it would work as well as it did in the trucks this time, but hey, I'm not going to complain about that.
Oh no. All right, well, who you got to thank for this win here, Ben? Because I know you got to go.
I'd like to thank MS&Me Media, as on my truck here, for MS awareness, and you can show your support by using the hashtag RacingMS on Twitter, and the CMTA, the Shotgun Marine Tooth Association. I'm glad to have both of them on my truck. And I'd also like to give a huge shout out to Team Dillon Esports for picking me up. It's very, very awesome that they were able to scoop me up for Peak, and I hope I can represent them well this season. And my team Nexus, well, it's sort of Nexus, but it's really just Pinnacle Racing Group now. It's sort of the Nexus guys with us, but most people still know of Nexus, so it's those guys. Anyway, yeah, everybody that comes in, I'm sorry I'm not full-time in this league anymore. I don't really have a lot of time anymore, but everybody that races, I mean, we can't have good races without good drivers, so that's what we got today.
Yep. Absolutely. All right, well, congratulations, Ben. Good luck tonight in the Peak race, and we hope to catch you. If you're not here next week, we hope to see more of you next season.
Thank you.
All right, Joseph, you got second place.
Yes, Daniel Falkham with another good run tonight. Second place, though, again, still close to getting that win this season. But I would say the good news for you is you're most likely into the championship for next week at Homestead. First off, tell us about your race tonight.
Yeah, I was like, what do you know? Another second place. That's been the story of my season, seems like. But all in all, it was a good race. I knew once Ben was in here and Zoltan and so many other great drivers in this league. I knew it was going to be hard to win, but I just was really going hard at the beginning just to get those bonus points so I could try to help, with my spot above the cut lines. But yeah, overall, it was a really fun race. The handling was pretty fun to drive. It got loose on as we got on. We never got like a really long run until like the end of the race, but towards the end of the race, it was super tight because the track got colder, and it was still pretty free, but it wasn't as free as it was earlier. So, but it was just all about trying to hit your marks, and yeah, it's 3 and 4. I don't know what happened down there, but it just tightened up for all, heck's worse. So, but I'm just glad. What a heck of a battle with Bobby and Andrew towards the end. I know I could have just given it to them, but I'm still trying to get as many points as I can, try to make sure I'm safe above that cut line. I think we did just that.
Well, now you guys, you're going to be going for a championship next week at Homestead. What's your expectations over there in these trucks? What do you got to do to win the championship next week?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know I can definitely say, and I bet many people can agree, that I've definitely improved drastically a lot since last season, and I feel like I got a better shot at the championship than I did last season too. So, and plus, Homestead, it's one of my favorite tracks. It's been one of my good tracks lately, pretty much in any car we race in. Luckily, with the Xfinity cars, trucks. So hopefully we can take some of that experience, and hopefully we can take it towards the championship. But I know we're gonna have me and 3 other great drivers going to be representing this series and just may the best man win.
All right, Daniel Falkham, congrats on second place again. Anybody you got to thank?
Yes, I got to thank Revin for, as always, putting on this league. Also got to thank you guys, you and Rudy, for doing the broadcasts each and every week, and thanks to everyone who watched the race.
All right, Daniel. Well, good luck to you next week at Homestead, going after a championship. I know it's going to be a fun race, and I know the pressure is on you as well for next week. So we'll see what you can do next week. So best of luck to you out there.
Absolutely. Thanks, Joe.
All right. Well, really, we do have John Barry up in the booth.
Yeah, we can't talk to Andrew, but he did finish third, so congratulations to him. He's not in here for us to interview, but I just wanted to wish him a quick congratulations there. So, well, John, fill us in.
All right, so the 4 people that will be racing for the championship next week at Homestead, Miami will be Themia Watt, Jarrett Darling, Daniel Buckingham, and myself, John Barry. Those are the 4 who will advance on to race for a championship next week.
All right, good job, John.
Yeah, it was getting kind of iffy there at the end because I'm hearing like I needed to be ahead of Shawn in so many positions, and I wasn't high enough to get the tiebreaker on him. And I'm hearing T-Speed, who's ahead of him, just screaming his head off, saying he's going to wreck or something like that. It's like, oh, please don't.
Oh, man. Well, that's great. That's great. I'm glad you made it in. We were kind of talking through it there that, the way you guys were lined up on the track right at present, that you might have been ahead of Shawn. That was kind of like the nip and tuck area right there, because it looked like Jared and Daniel were pretty much going to make it in if they finished where they were at. It was just between you and Shawn. So great job.
Yeah, I was like going into that race, I was 1 point behind Shawn. I think, can't remember how many points I was ahead of Aaron, but I know it was close. And I knew like this stage was going to be really important based off where people finished at, and where we had that restart, and I had a terrible restart, and Shawn got ahead of me, and he got that 1 extra point on me. It's like, oh, it just got that much tougher. But Aaron was kind of having a bad race, and he finished behind us in the stage, so it was just basically between me and Shawn. And I don't know what happened that last run, but I was able to squeak out 2 points ahead of him to get in.
Wow. Well, very good job, man. I'll tell you, that was one heck of a race, John. Nice green flag runs and everything. How do you think you're going to run next week at Homestead for the season finale?
I really like Homestead, but Kind of depends if it goes the way this race went tonight, because where this race as we went further along for the race as the sun set, the track picked up a lot of grip, and I really fell off. I just lost speed when the track started to tighten up.
Yep.
And also on that one restart, I think it was after the stage, I got slammed in the back. There was like a massive stack up, or people were just going behind us when we weren't actually going, and I got hit from behind. It gave me a little bit of damage, but these things are made out of paper now, where you get any sort of damage on these trucks, you lose straightaway speed, which I'm sure it hurt me, but I'm pretty sure there was other people around me who had some damage too, so I guess I can't really complain about it.
All right. Well, anything else you wanted to say there before we run down through the final results?
Yes. Just to let everyone know that the final race is next week in Homestead, same start time, everything. Make sure everybody who's watching now, make sure y'all tune in to MaxSpeedTV next week to catch that race, because it's gonna be exciting. The last Homestead race we had in the trucks had that crazy finish where we were 4 or 5 wide and we had a side-by-side finish. So, this one's gonna be good. So make sure you guys turn into it.
Yeah, that's the one where I went ballistic, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you lost your voice for a week afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, that was amazing. That was one heck of a finish. So, all right, well, good luck next week, John. You're going to need it, man, because I'll tell you what, you got 3 other tough customers out there who want that win.
Oh, yeah, I know. The field, people on race pins, they are really, really good. So it's going to take a pretty big effort to pull this off.
Yep. All right. Okay, Joseph, let's run down through the final results here, and we'll get out of here. How's that? All right, coming home with the win here tonight, Ben Nelson. He had to leave a little early there because he has to go for the Peak Series. Daniel Falkingham in second. Andrew Farinares, congratulations to him for third. Bobby Cheney fourth. Jared Darling, top 5. John Barry finishes 6th. Spencer Owen 7th. Terrell Baker 8th. Wow, Terrell come back to 8th. Great. Scott Rambler 9th, and Shawn Williams rounds out the top 10. Joseph?
Aaron Smith was the first car lap down. He will finish the 11th spot. Unfortunately, he is eliminated from the playoffs tonight, along with Shawn Williams as well. Zoltan Herzog, we thought he had a truck that was capable of maybe being Benjamin Nelson tonight. Unfortunately, got wrecked the last couple of laps coming off 4. He will end up finishing 12th. Cody Miller will finish 13th. Keaton Jones 14th. Tom Mercier 15th. Jose Solis will finish 16th. Ariati 17th. Femi Olat had nothing to lose tonight because he was already locked into the championship four. Unfortunately, got involved in an incident coming to the end of the stage. He will finish up 18th. Cody Lamas, 19th. James Simmons will finish 20th. And then Elijah Drew Garcia, 21st. And Will Klein will finish dead last in 22nd tonight.
All right. Well, again, congratulations to our winner here tonight, folks. Make sure you tune in next week to see that race there at Homestead, man. It's going to be a great one. But we'll see you tomorrow night for the Laura race. And until then, stay safe and have a good night.